It says we're recording. Hello, hello, hello. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures. Today I want to talk about my monthly expenses. Now, something that I want to talk about is this right here. Now, what we did was we bought our groceries this last month, and I ordered this online because it's coffee, and it's just a small. You don't even say the ounce. It says 8 ounces of coffee. This is $13. $13. Can you believe that this little thing, a classic roast, instant freeze-dried coffee, was $13? Prices have increased here in the Philippines considerably. So I don't know how much I could buy that in U.S. for, but today's expensive is for December 2020, and had some people ask me. I've not been doing these, and people are asking, they want my expenses. So today's the expenses for 2020. Now listen, a lot of this too is prices here in Mindanao is different than anywhere else in the Philippines. So you'll find that prices are going to be considerably different. So electric for me, now this does include, I do have electric, I do have solar, and the solar runs everything except for the air con. This solar it's in both houses. I have it in both houses. Its electricity still costs me $80, but the air con is running 24/7. The stove is running a lot. I don't know. Some months not much, but there are some months it'll probably run. I would say at least 15, 20 hours a week. And then, and I'm talking about the oven for the cakes. Ruth did a lot of cakes this last month. So, my water was $3. And that's potable, not drinking water. My drinking water cost me 35 peso or something like that, 40 peso. And we buy a jug along when we need it. But that's a nominal fee. Propane gas this last month cost me $16. We ran out. It usually lasts us about a year. That gas lasts us a long time. That gas, the propane gas, we use it whenever we don't have this induction stove. And as you know, we can do wood too. There's 3 different ways. So we just go propane. So if the electric's off, I can't really plug it in because that pulls like too many watts. And so we just go over there. Big deal, right? Turn it on and boil water or whatever you need to do. Food this last month ran me 200. I have here $200. And let's see, 200. Yeah, it ran me $200 this last month. And that's just for food that we have for the house. That's not going out to eat food and things like that. The food to eat out, I included that in this month, was $100 in food to eat out. We probably did eat that out quite a bit. My miscellaneous, and this includes bills that come, like I'll buy stuff like loads for phones. It has to do a little bit with buying a taxi service going to town, things like that whenever we go to town. We went to town a few times using the tricycle because both tires are flat again on the bikes. That's the thing. You come to the Philippines, you better get some type of tire set up at your house if you have a car and or a motorcycle. A friend of mine was telling me the other day on his brand new car, he's had 5 flats in the last 2 months, and it's brand new tires, brand new car. So okay, miscellaneous 100. I put 100 miscellaneous food out. It was 100. Our school was 25. As it comes to a total of $525. Now, what we did this last month, we also went to CDO 3 times this last month. And so that does not include going to CDO. We didn't really spend that much CDO. Went out to eat. We spent $30 out to eat. But this includes the 3 times we go. We just go there, get a few things. This does include, like, we went there and bought $40, $50. But this is not stuff that I use for the house. What I tell you, the stuff that I buy was fun stuff, and I'm not including that in here. We're at $600. We're at $600 this month is what I spent this month, and that includes going to CDO 3 times. That includes the bus, includes the travel, includes the food, includes the drink, includes the water, it includes lunch out, it includes everything we had to do as far as things of quality of life. Now, the $40 that I spent at Ace Hardware, it did not include, but nuts, bolts, screws, things like that. I did not include that. Piping and stuff that I built a cabinet with, it did not include that. If you want to include all the stuff that I did this month with the cabinet, I made a cabinet for my bedroom. I should show you my cabinet sometimes. Pretty nice. Ruth and I did a pretty good job on it. We're not carpenters, but we're both proud of it. We made shelves. I put the hanging rack in. She has the top. I have the top, and she has the bottom. It's 6 feet long. I am so sorry. 6 feet tall, 5 feet long, and it gives us plenty of storage for all our. You got blankets and shirts and things like that. Our shoes stay in the garage, but the garage is a controlled environment. And what I mean by controlled, no dirt or dust or anything gets in there because it's all sealed. I don't have a window in there. I will get a window. So it's pretty sealed in that garage. It's airtight. The 200, I spent about $200, say going back and forth. So if you want to say that, say $800 this month for extracurricular activities such as the cabinet, making the cabinet. Listen, you can buy this cabinet. It's going to cost you $200-300. We made the cabinet less than probably $60. Now, that did not include my tools. I bought tools. Remember, I paid about $100 in tools. So tools are not included in this. But you got to have that stuff. That stuff you got to have. That is expense on house expenses in the beginning. Um, I've not really spent too much on things for the house here because it's really self-contained. It came already ready. I mean, I don't have to fix the faucets or anything like that. I don't have to fix a lot of things. Now, I do have to get a bottom for the shower. I've been unable to do that because we're under, again, we're not under quarantine, but we have to have this QR code to get out now. So what we're doing now, I need to fix that. So that's the next thing I need to fix that. I need to put, it's a round shower. I need to put the shower. It cracked. So I will reinforce that. I will weld it myself. I'll cut me some pieces of metal and I'll weld it myself. I'm learning. I'm learning to weld. I'm learning to do some of that stuff. It is not as complicated as it seems. And as you guys know, building things is not as complicated as it seems. Using the saws, using the cutting saws, using reciprocating saw, using a drill are not that complicated if you've had some experience with it in your past. A lot of times is the most important thing is safety. Make sure you wear safety goggles. Make sure you wear safety gear. Make sure you wear good gloves to protect your hands. Even if you have to pay $10 for those gloves, protect yourself as far as good shoes. When I was welding, I had good shoes on. I burned holes in the top of my shoes because of the weld breaking off. As you know, you're welding and you're grinding and you're doing this, that, and other for my table out there. I'm going to make another table for the garage, and I'm going to make a couple other things, but that's down the road. All right, so we're looking at, I'm just going to say $600 for the month. Extracurricular things, it can add up to $200-300. That includes tools. I didn't spend a whole lot, but I spent a lot of money this last month. But it's for the cabinet. I'm making a cabinet for the TV here. We're making another cabinet for the bedroom. We're actually going to make a TV. I'm so sorry. We're going to make a stand for Ruth to sit and do her makeup and things like that in the bedroom. And we're going to do it ourselves. We do everything ourselves. As you know, it's more fun doing it when you do it yourself. But that cabinet there, that wood cabinet, it's solid. It ain't going anywhere. It's solid. I spent the money on that to make sure it had everything it needed. But anyway, this right here is what bothered me the most. I have to tell you, $13 for this. Most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. So I tell you what, be prepared for the unexpected things like that. We've noticed food itself is going up in prices, but the selection, a lot of times it's the same stuff that you bought a year ago. They're not adding new selections. A lot of times they won't have Heinz ketchup here. They won't have Hunt's ketchup. If you buy it one time, you'll never find it again. You'll be lucky to find peanut butter, but they do make homemade peanut butter here. But I like my Skippy, or Peter Pan, but I like my Skippy. There's certain things that you can get here with ease, but there's a lot of things that you can't. So if you like certain things, you might figure out how to get that here. As you guys know, how things are here, just be prepared for, if you like a certain brand of coffee or things like that, make sure you have someone that can send you some at a later date. Getting an SM now, you have to buy a card to get an SM. The store, like the Sam's store, in order to buy some of the bigger stuff. You can go to SM supermarkets, but to get in the store where you can get good quality prices and things like that, you have to get a card. Well, they are a card for each person. So Ruth can't go in there and buy anything if she's with me. They've made it kind of hard for us. Uh, we went to CDO trying to get in there. We can't really what they call get in there unless you have a card. And it's not like Ruth could go in and with me, but she can't purchase anything like she would anyway. But if they catch you like pooling stuff together, they get upset about that. They're all about making the money. Where Sam's, you could, hey, pay for this here, this, that, and other. But things are getting a little different in that aspect. But I want to talk about this a minute. People ask, so my monthly expenses for 2020 is $600 US. It's not really changed that much. What we do, it seems like if it's electric's a little higher, food might be higher, then we don't have expenses of this and we don't have expenses of that. My internet was included in that, by the way, of $20, and we bought our Arsenal load a couple times. But remember, school was out most of the month, so we didn't have a major expense. We're looking at the guy with the internet company said that they finally got their stencils to mark the boxes. Took 5 months to get stencils to mark the boxes. We have the stencils to mark the boxes, so now we should be up to date. God bless everybody, and thank you so much for watching.